Hi dear students and viewers, so hope you are well. Welcome to English with Amen. In today's lesson, we will discuss about English tenses, how to use tenses, and how many kinds of English tenses, and how to use or where to use the sentences of these tenses. English tenses tell us when an action happens. They help us to understand time and sentences. There are three main tenses in English literature or English language, or in general, we use for every language three main types of tenses: present, past, and future. Then in English, there are four main types of each tense. For example, simple, continuous, perfect, and perfect continuous. So let's start and watch till the end. You will understand how to use or where to use the sentences of each tense. First of all, present tenses. How to use present tenses? We use present tenses or we talk about the actions which happen in present time. These tenses show the truths, the regular actions which happen regularly. For example, just at the time of speaking, or for example, as a habit. In present tenses, the first tense is simple present or present indefinite tense. How to use present indefinite tense? We use present indefinite or simple present tense when an action happens regularly, or we use the sentences of this tense for general truths. How to make sentences in simple present tense? First of all, subject, then first form of verb or base form of verb, then object. For example, here is a sentence: I write a letter. I write a letter. They play hockey. The sun rises in the east. So this is a simple method of this tense. In verb, we add s or es when the subject is he, she, it, or singular noun. For example, he tells a story. It means he tells a story every day. It is his habit. The sun rises in the east. Rise, rises. So therefore, we can add s or es in the base form of verb. The second one in this tense, in present tense, present progressive or present continuous. When to use or where to use the sentences of present progressive? For example, when an action is happening just at the time of speaking, for example, I am making this video. Just at the time of speaking, an action happens or happening. For example, he is playing hockey. It means he is playing hockey now. Or for example, they are writing their homework, or they are watching the TV. So simple sentence method is subject is am or, then ing form of verb we can use. Ing form of verb. For example, I am writing a letter. She is eating the meal. It means that action is happening just at the time of speaking. The third one in this tense, in present tense, present perfect tense. How to use or where to use the sentences of present perfect tense? Present perfect tense shows an action that happens in the past but have a connection with the present. For example, an action has completed in the past and again it has some connection in the present. So, simple method of sentences in this tense is subject have or has, past participle form of verb or third form of verb. For example, I have written a letter before this time, not a long time. I have written a letter. We have completed our homework. She has eaten the meal. The fourth one is present perfect continuous tense. We have to use present perfect continuous tense. Present perfect continuous tense shows that an action has started in the past and is still continuing. Started in the past is still continuing. For example, I have been writing a letter since 2 hours. Since 2 hours. So this is a simple method of making sentences. Subject have or has been, ing form of verb. I have been writing a letter. They have been playing hockey. She has been eating the meal. The second one is past tense. How to use past tense? Use past tense for those actions that happened in the past and have completed already. For example, simple past. In simple past tense, completed in past at a specific time. When an action has completed in past at a specific time. For example, how to make sentences in past indefinite tense. Subject, then second form of verb you can use. For example, I wrote a letter. I wrote a letter. We played hockey. She ate the meal. She ate the meal. The second form of verb you can use. And how to make negative sentences and interrogative sentences in different tenses, then I will make another video for you. The second one is past continuous tense. How to use and for which time we can use the sentences of past continuous tense. Past continuous tense shows that an action has completed and was continuing in the past at specific time. An action was continuing in the past at a specific time. For example, I was writing a letter. She was cooking the meal. They were playing the hockey. Past, the next one is past perfect tense. Past perfect tense shown an action that happened before another action in the past. An action has completed before another action in the past. For example, I had written a letter before you came. She has completed her homework before the sun set. It means these two actions has completed in the past, but when we use the sentences of past perfect, it means that action has completed before the another action. Past perfect continuous tense shows how long an action continued before another action, another past action. For example, how to make sentences had been living. For example, had subject, had been ing form of verb. We had been living They are since 2010. Since 2010. The third one is future tense. Where to use and how to use the sentences of future tense. Future tense is also very simple if you will understand, if you will try to make sentences with me and after watching this video. If you watched this video up to this point, so please like and comment and subscribe my channel. The last one, future tense. Future tense tenses talk about actions that will happen later, after this time. The first one is simple future or future independent tense. Is used for directions, promises and predictions. We can use simple future tense for directions, promises or predictions. So the sentence method, making sentences, is very simple. First of all, subject, then will, then first form of or base form of verb. For example, I will write. The sun will rise at 6 a.m. The sun will rise tomorrow. The sun will rise at 6 a.m. For example, it will rain tonight. It is a prediction. It shows prediction. The second one is future continuous. Future continuous shows an action that will be in progress at a certain time in the future. When a certain time is in our mind, we think about a certain time in the future. For example, will be ing form of verb. How to make a sentence in future continuous tense? Subject will be ing form of verb. For example, I will be writing a letter. It means I will be writing a letter tomorrow at a specific time. So the time is in my mind. The third one is future perfect tense. How to use or where to use future perfect tense sentences. Future perfect tense shows an action that will be completed before a specific future time. Specific future time will have third form of verb. Will have third form. I will have completed my homework. I will have completed my homework, or I will have finished my course by June. The last one, future perfect continuous tense. How to use or where to use future perfect continuous tense. It shows how long an action will be continued before a future time. For example, I will have. So the sentence method is very simple. Subject, I will have been ing form of verb. I will have been eating the meal. I will have been eating the meal. They will have been going to college. So these are 12 main tenses in English language. So English tenses help us speak and write correctly. They help us how to speak and how to write correctly. When you take a test or an exam, it should be learned that you should learn the specific duration time of each tense. So they show time and specific duration of time and the meaning of a sentence in simple and easy way. So I think it's enough for today. Start with simple tenses. There are 3 main simple tenses which are very easy and then you can move forward to the other tense kind of tenses. Number one, simple present, simple past, and simple future. So these tenses are very important. If you will learn them and you will understand them, that it will be very easy for you to learn English. Keep trying, keep learning, make sentences as an examples, and also comment on this video. If you have any problem about tenses, you can ask in the comment section. I will give you special answer to you, or I will make a special video for you. Take care. Bye bye. Thanks for watching.